What is going on, bowlers? Chris Beans here with Bowlers Rant, bringing you a very interesting update from 900 Global. Don't forget to hit those like and subscribe buttons and turn on those notifications so you can get everything fresh, crackling hot from here at the Bowlers Rant YouTube channel. Helps the algorithm out, helps me out, and I do appreciate your support of the channel. We're going to get right into it today. We are looking at the Zen Reloaded. Now, some of you already know about this ball. And the first thing you might be saying is, oh, Chris, it's overseas. Well, hang on. Hold your horses. You got to calm down because I got the scoop for you. Check this out. I heard about this ball, that it might be an US-based release, so I put a feeler out there, and my friend Danny DFB Battles put this on my Facebook feed. Danny, thank you very much. With the specs, which we're going to go through here in a minute. Now, the homie Jean-Claude comes in and says, quote, "This is not overseas exclusive, will be in the catalog." Let me tell you something. Jean-Claude is the truth, and when he says something, it's usually as good as gold. But if you're telling me that this is the new Zen that is going to hit the domestic market, I'm going to go bananas. And I'm going to explain why. But before we do that, I want to show you guys something. This came to me from a friend of mine on Facebook, Lee Stubit. Thank you very much, Lee. When we talk about the history of the Zen, okay, at the top you got the Zen Master, the Zen Soul, the Zen U, and on the far left the Zen Gold label. All of those were U.S. domestic releases. But a lot of you don't realize there was a bunch of other Zens that were out there, some of them carbon copies of the original, some of them with other stuff out there. I was a particular fan of the Karma, of the Madura, and the Solar. So there's been a lot of Zen balls worldwide, right? So what's going on? What are we looking at here? Okay. What we're talking about is this. This ball has the Reserve Blend 803 cover stock, and it's a pearl. Okay. Now, I don't have a picture of it, but if you think about the Zen, we all know the core, and you put AI on it, you're telling me I'm going to get the Meditate AI core? The number's at 15 pounds, 2.47 RG with a .054 differential. Folks, and here's the interesting part. Factory finish 4,000 Abralon. So I was expecting a reactor gloss on this one. If you would have told me there was a new Zen coming, I'm like, it's got to be shiny. But no, it's a sanded pearl if this information is correct, and I have no reason to think it would be otherwise. Now, you'll see the release date, April 2024. This was the release date overseas, right? Once again, I have told you guys 1,000 times, sometimes the SPI group will do something overseas and then it comes here. So it's not always exclusive overseas. That's just where it starts. And there's been a number of balls that have followed that track. This is going to be probably one of them. So very happy that we were able to get these specs and see this. And this is going to be one of those ones that, to me, it's probably going to roll a little bit different. It's probably not going to be shy of boom on the back, but it's probably going to be just a slightly different shape because the AI cores, they roll a little sooner. And with that surface being applied at 4,000 grit Abralon, that's going to make this ball probably shape a little bit different. And in my opinion, probably be a little bit more versatile on the lane. Okay. The Zen Soul, I think, was the sanded hybrid, and that's kind of where my brain is going with this, except that it's a pearl. Now, people can split hairs because some people are like, well, pearls, what does that really mean? Is it part solid and all pearl? Is it a poured pearl? Is it just cover with pearl additives? Okay, we get all that. But they're calling it a pearl, and they're saying it's 4,000 grit Abralon. So to me, this has house shot, benchmark reaction written all over it, and it's going to be really, really interesting to see how the public reacts and see if this actually translates to any success on the sport condition. And of course, I always got you covered on the USBC approved ball list that was approved March 12th, 2024. So I'm seeing a pattern here, and the pattern is this. A lot of the stuff that's coming later this year was approved months ago. That means Storm Products International was doing their homework and sneaking things in early. And a lot of people probably just thought the stuff was all just going to be overseas, and that was the end of the story. See you later, Becky. Well, that is not the case. Zen Reloaded. Yeah, that's it. I'm telling you, this is going to be one of the dark horses to watch for this year. Mark my words. when you have sanded pearls. Because think about it, a lot of people when they grab a ball like this, they don't like the shine on it to begin with, so they just scuff it, right? So if I was a manufacturer, I would do everything 4,000 and say, okay, you get 4,000 and you can take it down or take it up, and I would just save the production money on adding polish, right? I don't know one person that keeps polish unless if you're like a stroker in the seniors. Like, I don't know one person that keeps the polish on there. Everybody I know always scuffs them. So now, shelf appeal. What do you guys think of this color? I'm kind of in a mixed bag here, and I think it's just because I don't have the right graphic. You know, this is something that's been blown up and extracted from a web image that came from a cell phone, and I'm not complaining about that by any means. I like red, I like black, I like white, I like the contrast, and I like the words. I just don't know if I like the pour. I'm kind of iffy on it, and I do think this is going to be one of those balls, though, that when it winds up and goes down the lane as it migrates down its axis, it's going to look really good going down the lane as, you know, it gets into the pocket, and it should be really easy to read. I don't know why some people like solid color balls. I'm like, that seems harder to me to read. I like seeing, you know, the color contrast as it's going through, because when the pattern changes, that's when I know the core is changing. But it's not about what I think. It's about what you guys think. What do you think about this ball? And what do you think about this juicy rumor, you know, usually good as gold from Jean-Claude, that this is not overseas exclusive and will be in the catalog, as stated on my Facebook page. And of course, if you're on my Facebook page, please feel free to comment. And if you're not on my Facebook page, send me a friend request and I will accept you. The only trick is if you don't have any bowling references on your Facebook feed, then I might think you're a stalker. So hopefully you like bowling and have plenty of that on your Facebook feed. But drop me a comment, and as usual, let's continue the conversation and chop it up. This is Beans. It's Wednesday, and I'm out here. And as usual, more updates to come. And until then, bow well.